there's people who are really rich who wake up really late and work really late. And there's people who are really rich who wake up really, really early. And there's people who are really rich who eat really healthy. And there's people really rich who drink Coca-Cola and eat French fries every day. And so there's all these things that we want to make as truths, but there's easy examples that counter those things. So it's like, what are the few things that are true, or at least that seem to be present in all of the situations? And it seems as though there were surprisingly few. And so the three common traits that they had found were, one, that people have a superiority complex. They believe they're better than others, and they believe that they deserve more than everyone else does, and that they can accomplish big goals, right? So they have a bigger vision because they believe they deserve it, or whatever it is. That they were able to identify that. The second thing that they were able to identify is that they had crippling insecurity, and which is a paradox of paradoxes. They feel they'll never be enough, and they'll always be measured against the things that they've achieved. And so you've got this crazy dynamic between they think they're better than everyone, they think they deserve more, they want to go after this big hill, and at the same time, they fear they'll never be good enough, and they'll never actually achieve it, and they actually suck. And then the third piece, which kind of adds the beautiful like mix of this, is impulse control. And so they're able to control their actions and focus on a single thing for an extended period of time. And so if you put those three things together, it's like you've got a big goal that's pulling you this way, you've got this big fear that you are running away from, and then you've got impulse control to keep you focused on the one thing that matters. And if you do that, if you are the type of person who has those traits, then you are very likely to be successful. I made this tweet that went pretty viral, and it was like, if you can wait a year, you can make a ton of money. Like if you can do something for 12 months, you can not need for financial goodness pretty much for the rest of your life. I'm not saying you're gonna be hella rich, but you're not gonna need for anything if you can wait 12 months. If you can wait a decade, you're going to be above the 1%. If you can wait 10 years for an outcome, be able to do the doing without seeing the result for 10 years, you will be able to be above most achievement of most people. And if you can wait a lifetime and you don't even need to see the result of your doing this, even while you are alive, but know that it may get done after you pass, then I believe that you can change the world. And I mean that. And so I think that if people can just extend the time horizon that they're measuring themselves on, they can just do so much more. I mean, you've probably heard the Bill Gates quote where he says, people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a decade. I think it's the same thing, just continue to draw it out. And I think as we've been able to, achieve more leverage and make more money, et cetera, my horizon has extended. And when I listen to the people who I want to emulate, I can almost tell by the measurement of money that they talk about and the measurement of time that they discuss how successful they are or how successful I think they're going to be. Like if I talk to a 25-year-old and he's talking about what he wants to do in 2 decades and his whole plan of what he's going to do, as long as he's not just blowing smoke because he's heard an interview from me, then I'm like, this kid's got it. He gets it. And most people just don't think they can't wait 90 days. Most people can't even wait a month, right? They start a diet and 14 days later they don't have a six-pack and they can't wait. But like if you do a year, you can look whatever way you want for the most part, by and large. And if you wait a year for the ability to learn how to sell, you wait a year for the ability to learn how to market, wait a year just providing value to a group of people for free and then delaying your ask, you can do whatever you want.
Now, and I don't know how you're going to react to this, if we can separate that idea from being patient. So I made a shirt that said, fuck patience.
Okay.
But if you're not playing the long game, you're screwed. So my thing with patience is you have to go all out at a sprinter's pace and run a marathon at a sprinter's pace if you want to achieve something. That's where people fall down. You'll find people that can wait, but can they, and this is one of my all-time favorite quotes, I'm pretty sure it's Winston Churchill, though people often attribute things to him, but who knows? Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. Now, there are people that can go from failure to failure, but do they lose the enthusiasm? Can they attack it as hard? I was telling you, at the end of this year, we have a plastic table that I'm gonna smash into little pieces because it has come to represent like the hardest thing that I've built in my professional career and just all the fucking problems that have been associated with it. But I'm still going after it as hard every day. And when I think about so because I've had success and I know how many people are chasing it, and I can just say people a lot of time, it's not gonna give you what you think it's gonna give you. So like, don't bother chasing that kind of success. So an easy way to say it is, don't worry about winning a championship ring. Worry very much about becoming capable of a championship performance. That will be a far more interesting life because you really do want to get that good. But in the pursuit of that thing, in getting that good, it's like it is going to take an inhuman amount of concentration willingness to fight through the pain and suffering and an ability to attach enough meaning and purpose to it that you'll keep going when you're just getting kicked in the face over and over. Like, it's crazy.